Alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you guys? Hope you all feeling great. Okay, let's start our series for today. Fast, just let's revise the letters we have taken the last sessions. And kindly repeat after me. Alif, ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, dal, ذال, راء, زاي, سين, sheen, and here is our new letter, صاد. Sod is one of the heaviest letter. So over here while we're having Sod letter and there's Fatha above it, the small diagonal line. So let's pronounce it together. So. Try to make your voice a little bit heavier. So. It's not like sa. So. Okay. Let me tell you something that the articulation point of Sod is the same as zay. It's articulated from the tip of the tongue between the plates of the two top incisor and slightly above the lower incisor. So, you found that the tip of your tongue is touching the lower incisor in your mouth. So. Okay, let's start our practice for today. The first letter over here, صاد, with fatha. So. Repeat after me. صا ألف فتحة شين فتحة صاد فتحة صا شين فتحة زاي فتحة زا. And take care, za have the same articulation point of صاد. زا سين فتحة سا راء فتحة را. And remember the articulation point to the ra letter. Actually, the articulation point is from the tip of the tongue and the top of the tab. Ra. صاد فتحة صا. Our letter for today, don't forget, it has to be a little bit heavier. صا. Again. صا. ثاء فتحة ثا. The th sound in English. ثا. ذال فتحة ذا. A gummy letter over here, it's articulated from the top of the tongue, from top side of tip and the bottom edge of the two top incisor. The. دال فتحة دا. سين فتحة سا. صاد فتحة صا. شين فتحة شا. راء فتحة را. تاء فتحة تا. Don't forget, this letter is emitted from the top of the tip and the two upper incisor. Ta. It has to be a little bit whisper in it. Ta. Okay. سين فتحة سا. خاء فتحة خا. The kha letter is emitted from the closest part of the throat to the mouth. Kha. صاد فتحة صا. حاء فتحة حا. From the middle of the throat. And actually over here there is no dot, so take care. Ha, there is no dot, and it's emitted from the middle of the throat. Ha. صاد فتحة صا. دال فتحة دا. And don't forget the articulation point of dal. It's emitted from the top part of the tip and the gum line of the two top incisor. Da. ذال فتحة ذا. زي فتحة ذا have the same articulation point of صا. ذا. And before you forget, just try to pronounce صا. ذا. صا. You feel it had the same articulation point. صا. Okay, let's move on. Okay. حاء فتحة حا. ذال فتحة ذا. راء فتحة را. Let's apply فتحة شا. با. Make sure your lips are touching each other's. با. صا. The heavier sound is necessary. سين فتحة سا. جيم فتحة جا. Okay. And don't forget about the Jim letter, the articulation point of it. It's a middle tongue letter. It's emitted from the middle of the tongue, touching the roof of the mouth, which is opposite to it. Ja. Zay. Fatha. Za. We were almost there. Sa. Da. Kha. Sa. Ja. The. Sha. Don't forget the sheen is the same as Jim letter from the articulation point side. It had the same articulation point. Sha. Ra. Za. Let's move on. Tha. The TH sound over here has to be heard. Tha. Tha. And don't forget the articulation point of that letter. It's emitted from the tip of the top and it's placed in the two upper front incisor. Tha. Tha. You put your tip of the tongue into two upper incisor. Tha. Kha. Kha. Sa. Sa. Let's revise the whole letter we've taken and just please try to focus and remember the articulation point of each letter. Alif. Ba. Ta. Tha. Jim. Ha. Kha. Dal. ذال. راء. زاي. سين. شين. صاد. Very good guys. Let's try applying فتحة to it. A. B. The dot is under it. Ta. Two dots above. Tha. The TH sound and three dots. Ja. The dot inside. Ha. There's no dot over here. Kha. Da. The. Ra. The. Differentiate between the and the. The. Do you feel the difference? Sa. Sha. Sa. Okay guys, we finished our lesson for today. I hope it was useful for you and has a lot of benefits. And don't forget, the more you train, the more you gain. Try to practice on every letter separated and try to apply fatha to it. And see you next lesson inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.